So we see those scenes, guys. Obviously, lots of expectations around Messi's move to PSG. Also, lots of pressure. Who's under more pressure? Messi to prove he can win away from Barcelona, or PSG to prove they can win with the best player of all time?
PSG.
Yeah.
I don't think Messi carries pressure. He's carried it all his life for club and country, and has excelled. Stating the obvious, has excelled unbelievably. So yeah, he'll be like a,
No pressure on Messi? £1 million a week.
Well, as I say, he's used to that kind of thing, and
when's he going to be under pressure? Tell me when he's going to be under pressure.
He's playing
against Strasbourg.
They're going to be favourites for the Champions League.
He's really going to. Well,
we're not talking about winning League On. We're not talking about Strasbourg. You know what we're talking about. We're talking about Champions League.
Why are you getting all upset?
Because we talk about Strasbourg.
No, because listen, Messi lives to play in Champions League games. Messi's not going to go in thinking anything other than what he's done for the last decade. He carries a certain pressure with him. It certainly ain't going to go any higher or any lower. His pressure is all about a performance, regardless. But he's not going to feel pressure. I'll tell you who the one guy is who might. Pochettino. It's one thing to say. He's probably got two wee guys on each shoulder going, can you believe the team we've got? It's fantastic. Which is going to be great until they play in the Champions League in a proper game. Then the other wee guys are going to go, by the way, we better win. That's the guy who's under most pressure. Yeah. Pochettino.
I know Jules talked about, could potentially be one of the greatest teams. Certainly the collection of arguably the most talented group of players French football may have ever seen. In terms of a team, we'll find out. But I'm glad it's happened. It is exciting for French football. I think, you talk about when they go away to other teams, if they go away and hammer teams 4 or 5-0, it's going to happen. If he scores a hat-trick, he plays well. It's intriguing for opposition fans to go and watch and listen. I'll take the kids along with me because I want to see this guy.
It's like a circus coming to town, isn't it?
Well, it is in a sense, isn't it? It's like, let's go and watch arguably the greatest player of our generation. Yeah. But I'm glad it's happened and I'm glad he's out of Barcelona because they don't deserve him. They don't deserve him.
And he said as much today in the presser that he's excited to play with great players.
He was upset that he had to leave, but I think, but they don't deserve to have him because they've run their business recently shambolically, and that continues even though he's not there. The problems they've got with caps and all sorts and registering players, so they don't deserve to have Lionel Messi at this football club even more. And PSG were the one team, and we can talk about financial fair play holidays and all this. I think you might as well get for financial fair play after the pandemic and throw it in the bin. They're going to have to come up with something different. But PSG are the club that stepped up and said, OK, free transfer, we'll make this deal happen.
Frank, I can't see you, but I can sense that you're waving your arms frantically. What do you want to say?
Yeah, just Craig mentioned that Paris Saint-Germain has maybe the best team ever that we ever seen in the Ligue 1. Maybe, but I just want to tell him that in 92-93, Marseille had a team absolutely fantastic with for example, Rudy Voller, Jean-Pierre Papin, Chris Waddle, Abedi Pelé, Frank Sauzet, Didier Deschamps, Marcel Desailly, Eric Dimeco, Carlos Moser, and some others. And they won the Champions League, but they had to. That's the only thing that I wanted to say, because I think the pressure is huge on Pochettino. If Paris Saint-Germain doesn't win the Champions League at the end of the season, I can tell you that's the end of Pochettino.
Think about this as well. Stevie's favourite player, Ramos. It's not only a group of amazingly talented players, but it's a team of characters. And Ramos and Messi.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because in the past it hasn't helped PSG.
Well, Ramos and Messi have been, against each other for a decade, but they're teammates now. You make it work. But how's Neymar going to cope? So I don't know. I mean, it's intriguing. It's intriguing.
All right, we got the Paris perspective on all this. Let's get the Barcelona perspective. Our Alexis Nunes in Barcelona, where I would imagine, Alexis, the mood is quite different from what we saw in Paris.
Oh my gosh, Sebi, if you couldn't tell from the glimmer in Jules's eyes, as they say, one man's loss is another man's gain, and everybody here is reeling from what has been a massive loss. I mean, I've only been here 2 days now, and in the 10-minute drive that it took me to get from the airport to the hotel, I counted about 6 Messi shirts of people just walking around, some locals, some children, some tourists as well, that seem to just be doing the absolute most to hang on to that Messi Barcelona shirt that definitely has already gone out to the shops. It kind of just reminds me of, when your partner breaks up with you and you're burning all their clothes, but you're hanging on to that last shirt because you're not quite ready to get rid of that memory, because it's so surreal to say that Messi playing for Barcelona is now a memory, at least for now. That's all we have left of him, and just walking around, I've understood, of course, what Messi means from a footballing perspective to the club. But I think now I understand a lot more of what he means to the people of Barcelona and the city itself. As Frank was saying, it's like he made Barcelona more of an attraction than it really is. I mean, they have Las Ramblas, they have La Sagrada Familia, and they had, the best player in the world, what many people think, or of all time, playing for one of the best clubs in the world. And now they don't have at least that part anymore. It feels like they've lost a part of their identity. The way that this city had embraced Messi is something that I've never seen. You almost forget that he's not from here. I actually even met a lovely couple at lunch today that we were talking about Messi, and they were saying that for the longest time, their two young sons, they had to keep explaining to them that Messi is not Catalan, he's not from Spain, because all they wanted was his number on the back of their Spain jerseys. And now finally that they're a bit older and they understand it, now they end up getting Argentina jerseys over Spain jerseys, and they're born and raised here. So Messi really was a huge part of Barcelona, not just the club, but the city itself. They really embraced him as one of their own. And, you could tell that he absolutely loved it here. He spent most of his life here than he did in Argentina. And I think now the whole city and the people are reeling because they really feel like they've lost one of their own sons.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.